So you're running two companies at the same time, right?
Mm.
What kind of chaos is that on a level from 1 to 10? No, no, but seriously, my first question, how is that possible? Because every single person that I've known, and I myself, who was trying to get to do a couple of jobs at the same time, I wouldn't go as far as to say failed miserably, but you are miserable. You are tired all the time. Me personally, I don't feel satisfied because, like, I want to give 250% and I can't. Tell us what it's like. That's the first question. What it's like to run two companies at the same time on that level.
Yeah, it's a great question. I would say lucky for us, the two have a lot of synergies between one
Mm,
another. So the
mhm,
underlying technology is the same, and it's used in two different capacities. One is for the institutional side, whereas the
mhm,
other is more for protocols and earn. And so the end user is different, which means from a sales and client management perspective, you're going to have different teams. And I would say, to your point, one typically gets the focus where the other may not necessarily get the focus, and that changes. The benefit of being a crypto company is that do oscillate with market cycles. And during some market cycles, there may be more adoption, let's say on the earn side of the table. So for example, right now, the market has somewhat capitulated. And
mhm,
so you may see less trading or institutional action happening because of macro overhead. And so that's where you get to see a lot more of the technology integrations, and then vice versa. And so I would say the two actually complement each other very, very well. But it really boils down to two things. One, people. You have to hire the right people so that you can create that level of accountability. Because as you mentioned, you want to operate, you want to give it the 250%. And so you need to hire the people who also want to give it that
mhm.
250% so they can carry those values with them as they build, those different verticals for the org. And then two, you just have to hire people who are exceptional at context switching, and it's a lot of context switching. And so being incredibly meticulous, being very organized, that is really what makes or breaks being able to do those two things and do them well. And look, I'm learning all the time. And so, like I said, I don't think I've cracked the code, but there's definitely waves, and the oscillation helps you kind of reprioritize and refocus, and being able to ask yourself and reflect, okay, is today the August day or the upshift day, or how can I balance a little bit of both?
Mhm.